Hello, it's Matt from Guitar Nerds. We're here at ArcTanGent in association with Boss. I'm here with Steve from ENVOYS. We've just been chatting to Tom, who's the other guitarist, and we're talking all things gear. We're talking pedal boards, we're talking guitars. So you guys played this morning and you're playing tomorrow, right?
That's right.
Cool. So what's your sort of main setup? Obviously, as we were saying earlier, we almost expected like loads of massive pedal boards, but actually people are actually like stripping everything back. And I suppose in a way it's good because people are kind of being more creative with what they've got.
Yeah, it's a bit of a running joke in our band, my pedal board.
What's going to go next?
Yeah, it's been gradually getting smaller and smaller. I do have plans and intentions to expand, but nothing ever happens about that.
So what amp are you using at the moment? So orange foot switch, I'm assuming orange amp, or are you using something different?
Orange Rockefeller 100.
Cool.
Which is beautiful. And it really doesn't feel like I need a great deal. As you can see, like I get all of the gain that I need out of it. It's got nice reverb on it, so I just have the Cathedral for getting really spacious.
Cool.
The MXR overdrive just to give myself an extra layer. And that's it.
So, were there any reason you kind of stripped it back? Had you got everything you wanted sound-wise just from that? Or is there anything that you kind of think, actually, I want to add that on there? You said you got plans. What have you got in mind?
Yeah, well, so our band is changing. We've just got a new bass player and a new drummer. So the sound is changing, and I'm excited about experimenting with maybe just, I don't know what direction it's going to go, but I want to get, I really want a Mel 9, an electro-harmonix Mel 9.
Cool.
I've been thinking, I don't want to say this in front of Tom because he'll be like, you're not getting one of those. But I've been thinking, just about creating like pads and layers and kind of synthy effects, just to see how that goes. Because at the moment it's all been pretty much straight up riffs.
Cool. You had a new record come out this year, I think we were saying.
Yep.
So when you're sort of in the studio, is there anything that do you just kind of plug straight into your amp and kind of go right and sort of almost work backwards from the riff that you kind of write, or is there all the pedals in there and you kind of reverse engineer the sound from that?
No, you're dead right first time. Like it is just plug in, get a tone, and then tweak as needs be.
Okay.
Borrow Tom's pedals most of the time.
So the other thing we were saying when we were talking to Tom, obviously he uses a telly, so you're using Les Paul, right?
Yeah.
To kind of, it's kind of nice, I suppose, to use the two contrasting like pickup styles and guitar styles in one band. So what are you using at the moment, Les Paul Studio?
Yes, that's my only guitar. I was playing an ESP before that.
Okay.
And I was like an EMG loyalist.
Okay.
From way back, I was like metalcore
in
my heart. And then sort of fell upon this.
Okay.
And like we used to both play Les Pauls, and then Tom almost by accident picked up his telly, and it was like, oh my god, this is the way it should be. This is a much nicer blend.
Was it? Did you kind of know that you were going to go away from EMGs, or was it just sort of like a natural progression out of that sort of sound? Because they're very like, they're great pickups, but they do give you a very like specific sound. So
I was just kind of tired of people giving me weird looks. People like looking down their noses at you a bit like, oh yeah, you play one of those. I don't know. I always knew that eventually I would grow up and start using proper humbuckers.
Cool, man. So have you got any sort of, when you kind of do the next record, are you going to sort of add anything like guitar-wise, do you think? Or is it sort of, I suppose a lot of times people kind of just find something and stick with it.
Yeah.
So like we spoke to some people that are kind of like, I use like loads of guitars in the studio, but a lot of times people just like find that one love and then they kind of don't want to move away from that.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to experiment. I've been thinking about getting a baritone guitar. PRS do a really nice semi-hollow Barry.
That's quite new, I think, as well, isn't it? Yeah,
I've heard some incredible demos of it, with the P90s in it.
It
sounds incredible.
I think as well. I think we mentioned in the earlier. Are you doing like odd tunings as well? Are you down tuning?
Yeah. So we're in like B flat, drop B flat.
Cool.
And it's a sort of weird open tuning, and it struggles a bit sometimes just using
you must be using. I mean, I was trying to set a guitar up recently, and the same thing, and I was trying to like use 8-string sets, and like it's like people don't make strings thick enough anymore. I think
this is it.
I think as well, you get a different feel of the guitar when you're not using a baritone because the scale length is different. So when you're playing like a shorter scale like a Les Paul, but with really thicker strings, it's like the tension feels quite different. So I almost find they become more natural to play.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's got a certain character because obviously they're flapping around, and when we were recording the new album, we had real problems getting it to stay in tune. And eventually I just kind of thought, well, this is going to be the character of the record, is that it sounds slightly warpy, like those old like Crowbar records used to sound, and I kind of like it now. Did
the tuning sort of like come naturally with the riffs, or was it kind of like something that just happened, or is it just like, I'm just going to go as low as possible and see where...
We were already tuned down. I already had all my guitars tuned down from like trying to play new metal songs years and years ago. I was a big System of a Down fan when I was a kid. And then there was this band from Iceland called Celestine who used this tuning, or with this low, it's not the same tuning, and I wanted to learn their stuff, and that was how it came about, and stuck with it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think that's one of the big things that I've noticed this kind of weekend with festivals. Like, everyone's like in weird tunings, and it's kind of really interesting to see, because like a lot of these bands write riffs around how they've tuned their guitar. And it's kind of nice to just go, I suppose in one way, if people are like, I want to learn your songs like later down the line, they're like, you've got to kind of work out the tuning and then work out the riffs from that as well.
It is
awesome.
Cool.
So, I mean, where can people sort of find you? Where can they see this rig? Where can they kind of hear you?
We're the usual places online. If you search for ENVOYS on Facebook and Bandcamp, and then we will be in Europe in October and in Scotland in November doing some gigs. But yeah, just come to Leeds. We usually play there fairly frequently.
Cool. Thanks very much, dude. Well, there you have it. That's ENVOYS at ArcTanGent Festival. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to Guitar Nerds for more videos coming soon.